Greetings everyone. In this presentation we are going to compare the gold and oil spot prices using Tableau. The first oil price will be West Texas Intermediate and the second oil price will be Brent crude. Our gold price will be London Gold 3 p.m. spot price. Here is a look at the data that we have in a spreadsheet for each of these prices. Here we have the trade date, the Brent crude spot price, the West Texas Intermediate spot price, and the London Gold spot price. You can see that in our data sometimes that we have null values that we will have to account for when we're making these comparisons. Here we are in Tableau. So let's get the data, and this time it's in an Excel file. So we go to Excel, click Open, and I am going to open my spot prices right here. Now we see that we pulled it into Tableau. I'll double click on this area in the spreadsheet and notice now that it is imported. Let's go to the sheet and we will start to put our data in the columns and rows. So let's drag and drop trade date here to the columns, and I will change this to exact date. Then let's look at West Texas Intermediate spot price. I will change this to the measure and an average. Let's go then to the London Gold and also change that to be an average. So now we have our West Texas Intermediate in one window and our London Gold in another. We could look at our London Gold here and maybe change the line color so it's a little more visible. So that's our London Gold. Let's go here. Open this, go to the color. Let's change it to be gold. So that's a different color. And then for the West Texas Intermediate, let's drop this down, go to color, and we'll go straight black with that. So that's the starting point here for comparing West Texas Intermediate to London Gold. But what if I wanted to see the lines on the same chart and not two different charts? Let's do that, and then we will change some column titles, some X and Y axis names, and a few other things. In order to put two lines on the same chart, we are going to have to do a transformation to our data. So we have the trade date, the Brent crude spot price, the West Texas Intermediate spot price, and the London Gold spot price. So I will hold down Control and select these three columns that we are going to pivot on. I'll drop down, choose Pivot. Now notice we have pivot field names and then pivot field values and trade date. So we only have three columns. Let's rename this column to be Commodity. Let's rename this one to be Spot Price. And we will leave trade date here. So now let's go to the sheet and we'll start to build the chart. Let's first put trade date here as a column. We will change it to be a continuous variable and change it from year to month down here in the continuous area. So this is continuous, this is discrete. We'll change it to be the month. Let's take our spot prices here, and instead of sum, let's do average. Now that is an average of all three of gold, Brent crude, and WTI. So let's take that commodity name. Let's drop it on color so we'll get 3 different lines with 3 different colors. Now here's London Gold 3 p.m. spot price, and you can see different dates and what it is trading for. Even up to July 2020, getting past $1,800. Down here it looks like there's 1 line, but there's actually 2, and you can probably kind of see it here. And this blue one is Brent crude, and this red one is West Texas Intermediate. And it makes sense that they would just about be exactly the same because it's by and large the same product. Let's explore a few of the features that might be relevant in this graphic. First, let's go here to our column and look at filters. Now, the data set is from May 1st, 1987 to September 1st, 2020. But we could change that if we wanted by putting different dates here. Also notice that we are excluding null values. If we wanted to include them, we would have to put a check by this box right here. Let's go ahead and change the name of our sheet. And let's maybe do gold and oil spot prices. Maybe we want a different font, so instead of Tableau Light, I'll get something bigger, maybe a little more bold. And wasn't the one I wanted. I don't know, Tableau Bold maybe. I want it larger. Maybe not that large. And let's center it. I'm going to bold it and italicize it and click OK. So you say we changed the title here. Let's change the x-axis here. Instead of month of trade date, perhaps let's just say timeline. And let's close this. We see it's changed to timeline, and we'll just say spot price right on this one. Okay. Now we see a little bit of adjustments here. What if we didn't want to include Brent crude? So I could just simply right click here and click exclude, and then we would get rid of it. We have our basic chart done, but people do extensive customizing to dress them up, to make them look a little more professional and sharp. For example, we might go to the title here and choose to format the title. We have this over here. Some people would choose to give us a shading, and maybe on the border they put a strong border of some type there. Of course, you could do a different color, and that's a border around our title. So we see something there. Then the caption, we don't have one yet, so we can look at worksheet, show the caption, and at the moment we just have some default material there. So we can double click and then edit the caption. We could say this graphic compares gold and oil spot prices for more than the last 30 years. We could apply that, and now down here on the caption we could do some shading. Let's pick a nice color there. Maybe a border here, and we'll do a thin border and a little thicker maybe. Make it black, and so we get something here, and we see that we can do lots of customizing. You can make it look exactly as you wish, customizing several elements. So this is looking at gold and oil spot prices in a pretty simple Tableau graphic.